Hello everyone, welcome back. So today's video is basically an invitation to discernment and ultimately to balance. This video was supposed to be about something else, but it's in the same direction because, the title says actually a lot of things. Implies a lot of things. But because I was, some of you sent me some messages and you asked me to share some thoughts and some insights of what's going on, with all this craziness that is happening right now with the coronavirus and things like that. If you watch these videos and you know already a lot of things, a lot of details about my journey, you know that I usually stay away from a lot of things. So this is the case now. But yes, I do have some insights and I have some things that I can share with you and things that I think that might help you, and not just calm you down, but make you understand that things are not that bad or that how the media is trying to make them. Because this is not the first time or the last time when something like this will show up, just to keep you distracted from actually what you need to do, which is basically go within and change things. I know people are alarmed that, certain countries like, Italy and Spain have been really affected by the situation. A lot of old people died there. Just a little reminder, every single day there's 150,000 people dying around the world every single day. The ratio is one person dies every second, or 1 point something, and then 4 other people, newborns, are being brought into this world. I think that's a pretty good ratio considering. I know it sounds cruel, but the thing is, you have to understand, as I said also at other times, this is a time of splitting. Things won't be the same for long. They are not already as they were even a few years ago, but expect a lot of events that will shake things up, that will, yes, create some chaos and things that that might seem disruptive, and that might seem that, oh my God, what's going on? It's or the end is near. It's in a way it is the end of a lot of things right now. It's just the people that haven't really, not just haven't been awakened, but people that are still lost in this game, this reality, that they don't understand how things really work. They just keep pushing and pushing this reality that it's not, first of all, sustainable, and it leads basically nowhere. And we kind of we are having a little bit of a help right now with all this, how should I say, one side trying to keep the status quo and the other is moving things forward in a totally completely different direction than what it is right now, or what world life is right now. So just bear this in mind, that from a high perspective, everything it is supposed to be. Inside the story, you feel okay, this is not okay, this is terrible, this whatever. But as I said, and another thing that actually should reassure you, if it's your time to exit, you will exit anyway, whether it's a virus or this or that. If you're not meant to be part of a certain story, and also it could be sabotage or whatever, but if you're not meant to continue on a certain path, then you will be removed either way. So just, find comfort in that, although it might not seem or feel comforting what I'm saying right now. But another thing what's happening right now, and I know what I'm going to say again will sound cruel, you have to understand, the people that leave the planet right now, or this reality, then again, as I said, we're shifting through many type of realities. So this kind of things will happen even more because things need to clean, things need to clear. When certain categories of people leave the planet at a certain point, is because with them certain types of minds, certain types of behaviors, ideas, beliefs, convictions, they are taken out from the reality. So this is like the simplest way to cleanse something, is like, okay, we get rid of this either way. Like this. So as cruel as it seems, there's a purpose for everything. I know this in itself does not sound comforting, or like, I don't know, something what source might be, as in like, okay, God, source, whatever, it means love, compassion. Yes, but then again, there's a bigger design, and what love and compassion actually is, it's from a higher perspective, things look and feel very different than what these concepts are understood at a lower energy point. So that's why this kind of situation creates a lot of havoc inside people, and they seem so unfair and terrible and whatever. And I know it's not easy, and it's not something pleasant when you witness a loved one or somebody that we're parting ways with some of these people. But then again, remember that there's a reason behind it, and no matter what things might be from the inside the stories, like who's trying to push what agenda or whatever, understand that above those games there is actually another plan, or another, how should I say, there is a different level of command where things have to move in a certain direction, and the way it unfolds at this kind of level, it's basically part of that thing where we're supposed to just like, okay, we have to clear this and that and whatever. So this time where, well, obviously most of the governments around the world have declared this state of emergency and quarantine and things like that. So this time that you spent at home, working from home, or I know there's some people that are losing their jobs right now, and that's not something that it feels safe and it's stressful. But I also know that there's a lot of people, governments in certain countries at least, that I know of, have taken measures to actually pay all the people that are going through these. We're going through these changes. This is not going to be forever. Use this time when you are away from, well, first of all, stay away from the noise, but use this time to actually give yourself a restart, a refresh. Use it to, I don't know, if you haven't spent time with yourself and see where you're going. If you haven't had clarity in a long while, it's a great time to do that, to find what you really want, and how you want to continue from now on. And as I said, understand that moving further is like, things cannot really continue as they are right now. We have reached a point. It's that thing where people talk about this is the end of times. Yes, it is. It is in the sense that we reached that plateau where all the concept, all the things that were supposed to play out have played out. Right now, it's like, as I said, there are these elements of this older reality which translates into people, and then again, all people are faces of source. So that's very interesting, because like, okay, but if I am a face of source, why am I disappearing right now? Because if you hold a certain type of you entertain a certain type of mind that it's not compatible with what's coming from now on, you're going to be pushed out. It's very simple. It is the same way as like when the older reality were trying to push out like elements of progress. Is the same way. It's just in reverse. So if you are unable to shift further, to change the mind, to understand that whatever we understood life until now, all these things, we've done everything that could have been done at this level. At this point, people have to really elevate themselves. We have technology that can help us move forward, really move forward. We have a lot of things we can solve so many problems, pollution, waste, whatever. But people have to elevate them first. If people are kept at a certain level and they stay, even if people have money and if they stay at a certain level that cannot see, as I said, above your stomach, you're wasting time. I mean, what are you doing here? That means you got lost. So this is actually a great time. It's really a great time to like restart your life. Like question is like, what do I want from now on? How do I imagine life to be from now on? It's as I said, this is and this is one of the many events that are going to happen from now on in different ways, because right now this break actually although as I said it has certain economical repercussions, it will actually bring a lot of positive things. And there's more earthquakes that are coming that are meant to shift, to shake things up and like get rid of all these things, that this old structures, this old ways of doing things that lead nowhere. Because as I said, we've reached that level where everything that was supposed to be done has been done. It's just, as I said, this way the life works right now, this status quo of things, it's maintained in an artificial way because, well, yes, there's an interest in doing that from different parts and other beings and other things and whatever. But then again, this is part of a bigger story. But from a even higher perspective of things, things are the way they're supposed to be. It's just a game. In the end, it's a story. We're a willing participant here, even if it doesn't seem like that right now. And in order to really access a different level of the story, real change has to be done internally. It's not anymore about creating things, material things. It's not a bad thing. We need a lot. I mean, we need this kind of things to learn about ourselves and experience things and enjoy life. But as I said, already technology has brought us to that point where basically everything can be done, can be materialized, manifested just like that. But when there is no real maturity of spirit, of understanding, awareness, there's no elevation, those things can turn out into something terrible and horrible. And then we blame technology, we blame all sorts of great innovations and discoveries that, oh, it's their fault, it's plastic, it's whatever. No, it's not plastic, it's people. It's people and their behaviors, like how well we actually understand that something that is so useful in so many areas and we use it in so many areas, how can we make these things not to really affect environment, life, whatever. So yeah, it's not the tools, it's not the things, it's people. And this is a great time to recognize that, to understand that, and yeah, go within, change, shift, look within. If you haven't done that, it's a great time. Yeah, I hope this was I don't know if it wasn't bringing you, I mean, if this doesn't bring you any comfort, but at least will help you understand that everything has a purpose, and we cannot avoid certain things forever. And yeah, the time for change is here and it's happening, and it takes form, unexpected forms that create all this like anxiety in people. And in the end, it's great because it wakes up even those categories of people that until now have been kept really low in their awareness. And yes, in the end, everything it's how it's supposed to be. That's what you should know and take from this. And yes, use this time well. If you're away from from your job, I mean, if you go to an office or whatever, and if you're sent home to just not spread the virus. And as I said, stay away from the noise and don't bully people. I know there's a lot of people doing that because this thing, it's meant to just put the blame on somebody else, on this country, on these people. We've seen that before, it happened before. It's just stupid. It's not about people, because you have to understand there's all sorts of games behind it and orchestration. Then you put the blame on this, but actually somebody else did that. So we've seen this. We've seen this with many other things. I mean, remember the avian flu in the early 2000s. All it's about, like, all sorts of games that bring certain gains or whatever. Somebody is trying to win big when something like this happens. So yeah, be smart. Don't buy into the whole noise, into the whole hysteria, and be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. Okay, see you next time. Ciao. This thing where, like, we have to fight for certain things to have access to services, goods, things like that, is going